My name is Bud Smythe. I was a bodyguard to General MacArthur, and I've written a book which is in the library system, telling kind of my life story up until the time I got out of the Army. The way we all felt about Japan, we were led to believe that they were a fanatic, terrible people. Later in life, I realized that's necessary in order to get fighting people to fight. You can't fight your best friend. But up until the time I arrived in Japan, I had a very low opinion of Japanese. Once I arrived in Japan, I found they were an entirely different kind of people. I joined the Army and went directly to North Carolina. I was destined for the paratroopers. I had signed up for the paratroopers. Went through basic training in North Carolina to go into the airborne division. But they sent me directly to Japan. The war was officially declared over when I was on a troop ship on the ocean. So actually I'm a veteran of World War II, a combat veteran of World War II, but I never saw combat. Went directly to Japan in the first wave of occupation. I was selected for special duty in Tokyo. I had no idea what the job was, but I qualified for the various requirements. And when I arrived in Tokyo, I discovered that I was going to be a bodyguard to General MacArthur, which was really exciting. When I arrived in Japan, the war had just ended. I honestly believed that, for instance, to go to town from the base that we were at, it was a long walk. I honestly believed that a Japanese guy would run out behind a bush with a knife. You know, in actual fact, there was absolutely no aggression on either side. The emperor had told the Japanese, the war is over, that's it. And the Japanese people obeyed that. There was no guerrilla warfare, so to speak. General MacArthur also issued orders that anyone that abused the Japanese would go to prison. So if you punched a Japanese, you went to Leavenworth for 20 years. So it was pretty severe. So both sides were towing the mark, so to speak. But the more I got to know the Japanese, we had Japanese servants in the barracks. They cleaned the barracks, they did a lot of other stuff. They were really good people. And one incident, I was at a camp, it was called Camp Schimmelpfennig, and it had been a Japanese military training camp with barracks and watching fields and all the rest of it. We'd walk into town, into Sendai, and it was quite a walk. And one night, one of the guys came back all beat up. Not beat up badly, but surface bruises. And we asked, what happened to you? And he says, I was walking along, and this kid come out of the bushes, said, give me some money, Joe. And I told him, get lost. And he asked me a second time, I said, get out of here. And about 20 kids ran out of the bushes with sticks and started beating on the guy. Okay? In Japan at that time, they had been bombed heavily. There were a lot of orphans, and these kids had banded together, and they'd come out of the bushes, and we all got smart enough to know we'd leave Sendai to walk back after dark, and you'd divide your money into two packets. One you were willing to give away, the other one to keep for yourself. So you'd be walking along, a kid would come out of the bushes and say, give me money, Joe. A little kid, maybe 10 or 12 years old. And you'd say, come on, get out of here. You'd say it a second time. Give me money, Joe. You'd say, okay, but I don't have very much. and you'd reach in and you'd give them the money, you'd take it and disappear in the bushes. It was almost like a toll road. At the same time, we knew we were helping these kids, you know? So there was that. Also, when I really got to know the Japanese people, I got to speak Japanese. American soldiers were, and this is universal, whether they were in Europe or anywhere in the world, American soldiers are inherently kind. I had one guy working for me, and I didn't realize he did this until he was killed accidentally while I was on leave. But he used to go to the PX, buy 2 big bags of groceries. He'd get on a trolley. They had trolley cars all over Tokyo. He'd get on a trolley and get off somewhere. He didn't care where. He'd walk down the street and see a woman and give her one of the bags of groceries. Meet another one, give her the second one, get on the trolley and come home. You know, the American soldiers visited the orphanages, gave up the candy ration. The American soldiers do this everywhere, Germany, all over the world, Europe, wherever they were. So we got to know the Japanese really well.